Okay, this one's going to be a repair on my toe tag corpse, aka John Doe. The toe tag is like a John Doe, but it comes with two different bodies. One is the alien and orange, and his eyes lights up and he makes alien sounds as he rises. And the other is the human form, a corpse with a sheet over him, and he rises. And the human one is white, a white sheet, and he makes breathing sounds with the toe tag corpse. There was an older John Doe that was just a human one made by a different company with the sheet over it. It just rises up. Anyway, this is the newer one. I'm not sure if they're all the same or whatever, but this is the rising mechanism out of them. I placed him at my 2024 haunt, and he didn't want to rise up. He was lazy. He didn't want to rise. You can kind of help him along and pull him up and he would rise maybe, but if you weren't helping him, he didn't want to go. Didn't hear any breaking or clicking, clacking sounds. It just was like he didn't have enough oomph to him, and I figured up, it sounds like another rubber band. So I took the mechanism out, and this is again is his rising mechanism here. Took it apart, and at first I took this side off because I was looking for the if it had a rubber band, and the motor's right here. But I took this one off and it had a bunch of gears, but it did have a motor going over to this side. And I'm like, hey, maybe it's a rubber band and the mechanism was over on this side. So I took out the 4 screws. You can see the slot holes there. And also took out the big screw holding this gear, this mechanism here, the riser bar in. And then this just comes straight off. See if I can do it with one hand. Oh, they just had it laying on there. Ah, come on. Alright, we better put it down and use 2 hands. Excuse my mess. Okay, we got the cover off. And there we are. There's the motor, the spindle, and the big gear, and the rubber band is black now. And this was the original silicone clear whitish band out of the thing that was a little bit loose, and hence it wasn't giving it enough power or torque to raise the mechanism. And here's another of the black bands that I replaced it with. So I replaced this guy with this guy, and this came from this cheap kit that I got from Home Depot. Yeah, Home Depot sells them. I believe Lowe's. There's a cheap company called Harbor Freight that sells cheap tools. They have them. I think Harbor Freight has the best price on this kit. It sells for about $12. And this band kit has a whole bunch of different sizes in it. And I believe this size is the one that I use for it. It's got thinner ones here, and then it's got the fat ones, different sizes, small ones up top. So this really comes in handy for $12. Again, they sell them at Home Depot, Lowe's, Harbor Freight, and probably even more. Before I found about these, I bought a kit online for like $20, and that's this kit here that only has a few bands, and most of them big ones you don't need anyway, for these props. You just need these smaller type bands. This one did have a few small gears in it. I have had that spindle break on a couple of props. That one that's right on top of the motor on a couple before, but most of the time with props that have a band, rubber band like this one, it's the rubber band had stretched out, so I put that new black one on there and tested it, and it lifts great now. You can see the size is close, but the black one is a little bit smaller and a little bit tighter on it. I can't get a good picture of it, but a little smaller, a little bit tighter, and gives it enough torque for it to work as it's supposed to, and it lifts up and works great. Maybe we'll post a video of that working, but again, most props, if you hear something clicking and clacking, it means you got a broken gear, you know, somewhere. If you hear clicking and clacking, a band won't cause that. But if it's not clicking or clacking and it doesn't, you want to, you know, retract or rise or do what it's supposed to do, most of the time it's a that band. So anyway, that's gonna be it for this one. Good haunting. Bye.